Okay. Super ping. Stuff happens. Okay. AFK Draven. AFK the game. Lose the game.
I don't start the game till like when I finally get into game, because I was like taking a bathroom break really quickly and I didn't think the loading screen was gonna be 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So I missed like the first creep wave, but like I win lane really hard anyways.
Dang, that's a long bathroom break.
I mean, I wasn't going number one, if you know what I mean. I figured I had 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I left at the end of Champions Select.
Yeah.
Like when I locked in Draven, I'm just like, I told the guy I was on Skype with, who's our Graves.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I'll be back in like a minute. He's like, all right, and then I get back and the game's like 2 minutes in.
Damn. Okay. So you guys are getting pushed in right now.
Yeah. Well, I noticed instantly like this Blitzcrank, because he's not really trying to do anything in lane.
Yeah.
I assume he's just one of those passive Blitzcranks.
Yeah.
So my goal with this was to just kind of like only last hit to get as much CS as possible, because like if he's not going to be, this is just my logic, right? If he's not going to be useful, I can't really go too ham.
Yep.
Because I can't afford to throw Cogma on early lead, considering he's going to outscale me vastly.
Yeah. And that is 100% proper logic, and that's the exact mentality you should have for this. So well played, well thought on you.
So basically, what I do is I try to only like last hit creeps or keep the wave in like a spot where the jungler can gank.
Okay. So as soon as you get the siege minion, watch Lulu go out of position. Alright, hold on. She'll walk towards you. She'll Q miss. Okay, now watch how she's separating from Kog'Maw right here. This is where you take the opportunity to go in, right? None of your minions are dying, and he's going for the minion last hit right here. This is the opportunity for you to push him out, at least get 2 axes on him easily here. Do you see this?
Yes.
And you went for minions here when they're not even gonna die. You're not even gonna lose minions there. So I'm missing damage here.
Oh, this is the best gank NA you're about to see, by the way. I'm pretty sure he's sitting on a ward.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before the gank even happens, this Lulu is really bad, but what you're doing is really bad. Okay, so they're looking to shove anyway, right? And Lulu is playing like a potato. If you sit here, your DI, like there's no DI from you, so she'll know exactly where your axe lands. It'll land in between the minion wave, right? And this minion wave is so closely knit together that it's literally a wall for you. So if Lulu is smart, she'd take advantage of this, walk up, auto Q you, and literally shove the shit out of you, like, in lane. So never sit in a location like that. And a location like that as in easily taken advantage of by the enemy. At least if their support was good. If you would play against a good Lulu, you'd get shoved out, like, really hard. Okay. But anyway, so Blitzcrank gets the pull on Lulu. You get the axe. So you DI'd backwards, right? That's why it landed behind you?
Originally, yes, because we were running, and then I started, like, I wanted to go forward.
Yeah.
I couldn't go too far because it was like a gank. I didn't want to walk back in too far. I just feel like if I put, like, a bit of damage on the jungler, maybe he can't have such an efficient clearing gank. Because I also jungle, right?
Yeah.
And that's, like, one of my pet peeves is, like, when I go to a lane and I just get poked out for free and, like, they don't help me out or anything, and, like, I lose a bunch of health, it makes my clear worse because I can't.
Okay,
Anyways,
but quick thing.
Okay, that's irrelevant.
So, DIing here, like, you DI'd backwards for no reason, right? You were afraid of Gragas coming in, but he was out of range for you. You could have, like, literally sat in place and dropped your axe on where you landed, and you'd maybe get another auto attack on Lulu, or 2 auto attacks on Gragas. So throwing it behind you there, you missed 1 auto, extra damage. Not that it matters here too much, or...
That was me just playing safe rather than sorry.
Yeah, so, I mean,
I guess they had everything on cooldown, so I was free to auto them, and that's my own mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a reactive play, and I understand why you DI'd backwards. I would have probably done the same thing. But for future reference, if you have the space there, like Gragas wouldn't have gotten that close to you, you could have done another auto. So just to watch out for that.
This Blitz does a lot of this in lane, by the way, Draven. He just kind of AFKs there or like somewhere, and it's like he's like hiding somewhere so he can turn around and talk to his mom who's telling him to pause or something, I guess. Pause League of Legends, mom. Nice meme.
Can't pause online video games, mom. Please.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't know what Blitz is doing. He's kind of
chilling. But this is fine. What you're doing, you're letting them shove. You're just free farming. This is completely like fine.
What I did last night before I went to bed was I watched a challenger gameplay of Draven, and they literally abused this so hard.
Oof.
They just kind of sit there, and I mean this is obviously not high evo, right?
Yep.
So what happens is I like to farm like right where we are here because it gives my jungler a chance to gank.
Yep.
And if I thin the wave out to where it's even, we can aggress on them with like almost no repercussions because we're at the safety of our turret. There's no real gank, like unless it's a lane gank. But in gold, that's highly unlikely. That doesn't happen.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of my decision making in lane phase now is strictly based off the knowledge I've accumulated being a jungler.
Okay.
Boom! Get fucked, Dogma.
Okay, so obviously you dropped the first act. That's your first mistake. You're barely out of range. And then the thing is, you don't DI. So that's why you drop the axe. You think you DI here. Okay, let's... Oh, holy shit, I want to accidentally make it ×8. Okay. So, the proper movement there would have been, as soon as you Q the minion here, you W, Blood Rush, is it? Or something like that?
Yes, Blood Rush.
And you move down, right? So then your axe wouldn't have landed where it landed here, it would landed where your character is currently, right? So it would have landed a little bit further away, because you would have had the extra movement speed, and it would have accounted for that. So then it would land here. You'd also...
I'm not gonna lie, where I stood on the axe here, I figured it would catch it, because it was like almost on the other side of it, and like sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Because generally, as long as you have like a foot in the circle, it catches it.
Let's see. So Draven character model is literally like this, right? And I mean, the foot there isn't his character model. It's it's like barely. So if I were to draw lines, it's probably better than boxes. You're like this has this range.
Yeah.
And you're literally right here.
Yeah, it's just outside of it.
Yeah. So a little bit of misplay, but
yeah.
Anyway, regardless. So you should have W'd forward to make your axe land closer to the enemy. Yeah. And then here, you throw your axe, and then you should be moving forward to DI so that your axe lands closer to like Lulu's side, so that you can keep walking forward and keep doing damage. But you don't. Yeah, you don't DI, right? So what ends up happening here is you literally hit the axe in the same spot. And then you don't catch it. So now you've lost both axes. And like, so, even though I'm sure you guys get 2 kills here, by them potatoing really hard and Lulu having no idea how to play, you dropping 2 axes right there is a reason you're going to lose a game in the future. So you can't let this happen ever.
I still have 1 going.
Yeah, but that's because you just got a new one. Yeah. You could have dropped 1 earlier and then not dropped the second one and then like maybe be okay. Okay. Oof, you stopped to attack the minion and you dropped the axe. Okay. So you missed the kills because you dropped the axes. Damn. I thought you guys would... Properly, Lee Sin and Blitz should have dove for Kog'Maw because he has no heal or flash, so he should be dead 100%, but they didn't go for it.
He also has no slime either.
Yeah, so no slow, nothing.
Yeah, and it just came off cooldown there.
Okay, so
everyone this is a typical gold game. Everyone's misplaying, so what should happen doesn't happen.
yeah. Alright. But so like I said, work on the DIing there. Because I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure your Draven mechanics are on point. You just need consistency to back this up. So the play that you made there, make sure that doesn't happen again. With the axe dropping and the failure to DI properly.
Yeah, that's. When I play even like normals, I try to do it properly. Like I'm working on. That's one thing I'm actually working on like actively when I play games. It's like I just want to get the DI part down.
That's good. That's good.
I feel like if I can figure that out, I'll probably be a lot better. Well, like I figure for gold 3, this is like passable mechanics and gameplay to maybe get me to gold 2. Probably not.
I think I think you're on your way to gain elo regardless. I think you're playing better than your elo. It's just you have to be consistent, right? So from what I see, it's either you tilt and like you play really badly, or you do like really well. So you should have won a game like this if you had played like more consistent, especially early in the game. Because think about what just happened right now. Instead of you killing Kog'Maw, Kog'Maw gets to sit, freeze your wave at his tower, you lose 2 waves, and he hasn't lost any experience or anything. So him staying in the game because you didn't kill him.
Bad for me because I missed like a wave and a half to start the game.
Yep. So just realize that like every kill you miss is a reason you're gonna lose the game. Because you should be hard carrying games like this. You never want to give your opponent like any sort of lead. You want to take every lead away from them, right? So if you just gave them 2 free waves to farm and you lost 2 waves, that's evening it out, and you don't want that. So that's why I'm saying it's really important to get kills, especially early in the game during lane phase. So right now your wave is slow pushing. If you're gonna slow push this wave, you should.
This is something I picked up watching Challenger vids, basically. So what they do with Draven is they start slow pushes, just so like the other opponent doesn't really get. You can deny CS, right? Just by letting, because by default creeps will die just from being in the way fighting.
Hold on.
So like what I want.
No. So hold on.
Deny as many minions as possible.
No. Hold on. Stop. That's not what a slow push is for. Slow push, maybe you'll deny 1 or 2 minions at best, but it's gonna be like range minions or melee minions. You're not gonna deny cannon or anything. Slow push is basically gonna make sure that the enemy keeps all the minions. So this is why it's called a slow push, because all these minions are alive, right? If you were doing a freeze, you'd be preventing the enemy from getting minions. The purpose of a slow push is basically you want 2 or 3 waves hitting their tower, and then you either dive them, or you go back, or you go like rotate for another objective or something like that. So it's not to make them lose CS, because it will go back and go back to where the slow push started. Okay. Okay, right? So right here you could have frozen it on your side, right? But Blitz kept hitting this minion. You should have pinged him back, right? So they had 5 minions, and you decided to kill the ranged minion here, which would have kept the waves freezing. So in this situation, right, by the time these first 3 minions in the front die, you probably would lose axes here. So it's one of the things Draven, his cons is basically that he's gonna have trouble freezing the wave because he has to lose access for it. So what you should be doing here, if you want to be zoning, but I wouldn't be zoning here because it looks like your team wants to fight really hard, so just shove out and start grouping with your team. But anyway, so if you wanted to freeze, you wouldn't start hitting all these minions here. You just let them like do damage as much as possible to your minions, and then at the last sliver of health, you can go auto them. So what ends up happening is Blitz autos the melee minion in the front, and you kill one of the range minions in the back. So at this point exactly, this is when now it's going to start pushing to them, right? And the reason why is because this range minion that you guys have behind you won't die now. So now your wave is going to stack with 4 range minions, which is going to do more DPS. Or not this one will die, but the other one didn't.
Starting freezes in my elo is really hard, dude. Supports don't understand. Don't auto creeps. They always do. They'll always walk up. If they have a target stack, they'll try to 100 to 0 a creep if you're trying to freeze the lane.
Yeah, I understand that 100%. So definitely low elo, unless you're duoing with them, or if they understand what a freeze is by like typing it in chat. If they don't understand, then just keep like doing the slow push / shove and then rotate, because like I think teams will do stupid potato strats 24/7 in low elo. So even though freezing, if everyone plays it properly, is the best choice, I think it's most likely you're gonna have to end up just slow pushing or hard shoving and then rotating, to compensate for your teammates not knowing how to play the game properly.
Like ideally, I would want to freeze the wave as Draven, especially after I get the first kill in lane, and my back is fucking BF pickaxe, or my back is BF longsword. His back's like pickaxe. Like good luck ever fighting me. You know, at this stage of the game, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So like if the lane freezes, that's like I can just sit there and bully them out, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yep.
And if they try to fight, we just kill them.
Yep.
And like they would set Cog so far back too.
I agree, 100%. But anyway, so if you look at the wave, since it's quote unquote slow pushing, right? What minions did you lose? You lost 3 melee minions in the front, and you killed an entire wave on theirs. This next wave, you're gonna lose 1 CS at most, right? So what did Cog lose by staying back and you slow pushing? He lost 3 minions. That's it, right? He got the back. He got to go out into whatever jungle and put pressure here. And you were slow pushing the entire time. So keep that in mind. Slow push is different from freezing. Because what you did here is you gave Kog'Maw the chance to retain experience and gold. Because you slow pushed him.
Dies here, though.
Okay, this is... He should... As soon as you see him walk up here, you should have already like blood rushed forward and stood him aside into the wall, and then Blitzcrank could have ran up and done something, maybe. But you should still be able to be doing damage here, or maybe forcing a flash or heal. But DIing backwards for no reason, poor decision, and you should have saw him coming up, like reacted sooner.
Yeah, I'm still working on my fear of everything. Remember that one time you're like, we could get this kill, and I was like, I'm not flashing over the wall, I don't trust myself.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I still have my little like in-game fears that like sometimes I'm just gonna fuck something up. Cool. Bye.
Nice. The mastery flash.
Yeah. Playing like a Bronze 5 Draven, spamming emotes.
Oh, snap. As long as you tilt the enemy team, you're winning, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Kog'Maw dies here too, I'm not too sure.
Oh, drop the X.
Unlucky. Creep block.
Oh yeah, it's all luck. You're right.
No, man, it's clearly creep block. What?
Oh yeah, dude, did you see the gigantic creeps blocking your axe every time? Fuck. This is...
It's almost like it's a DI problem.
Yeah. It's almost like it's a riot problem trying to secretly nerf Draven.
I think they need to secretly fucking buff him.
I feel like if he didn't have creep block, he would be so nice.
He would probably be one of the best AD carries in the game.
I really feel like they should add that, or remove his current passive and give back his old bleed passive. Because there's no reason why he should have the gold passive. It's just like really cheesy in my opinion. The old bleed one was way better, and it gives him like the necessary damage he would need back for this meta, in my opinion.
And before they nerf Iceborne Gauntlet and fucking Sunfire Cape.
Oh god.
Please do. Do you watch Valkyrie stream, dude? Guy literally played fucking tank LeBlanc with Iceborne Gauntlet and Sunfire Cape in a master game and like carried his team. And then he's like, watch, I'll do it with Talon too. Does it with Talon. He's like, this is what's wrong with League of Legends right now.
Down. Oh, is that why Lulu went Gauntlet Sunfire?
Dude, it's the hotness right now in League. Everyone's building it.
Damn.
Anyway, Tank Echo top, Gauntlet Sunfire fucking broke. Anything with really high base damages can get away with it.
Yeah. This is why ADC is in a weird spot, I feel like. Not all ADCs, but like Ezreal, who can build a gauntlet, like he's in a good spot, obviously, but like Vayne, completely useless.
I was gonna build it on Draven to troll, but
Oh,
seems
snap.
bad.
I love the AP scaling on Draven. I think you should just go full AP Draven. It might actually be the sleeper meta
I
we've been
swear
waiting
Gauntlet
for.
doesn't give you AP anymore.
Wait, really? Hold on a second. I thought Sheen gives you AP.
No, they removed it to give a cooldown.
What?
Dude, this is like a couple months old. Is this news to you?
Apparently. Oh, right. No, you're right. Damn. The hell. I completely. Oh, right, because they did. What they ended up doing was the extra 10% CDR, right? Fuck.
Watch this right here. This is a gold elo gank at its finest.
That was so slow. Lulu could have saved him. Nice. Hold on a second.
It's so risky too. The jungler was just hanging out there.
Okay.
I respect his Lee Sin though. He knew what's up. Lane gank after being shoved.
Do you see how you W'd there for no reason?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Where he me.
What is this? What is that? You just wasted mana. And then you wasted mana again. And then you lost both axes. And then you have to get another axe. In that interval, you literally wasted 155 mana in like 10 seconds.
OP.
OP.
Vito, please.
Nerf. Okay, but anyway, so the game.
Draven's access to only cost 10.
Luckily, it didn't matter in this fight, but like maybe in another fight.
Would be nice actually. You know how Lucian's dash loses mana cost based on level it is?
Yeah.
If they did that for Blood Rush, that would be so fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that would be like a interesting, well designed buff. For sure. Bad. So, be careful of the mana a little bit. I mean, you're doing a lot better job than last time. Last time I watched your replay. But, I still see some signs. Okay. So, what are the objectives you guys need to get right now?
I can't really see half the map because your thing's blocking it.
What's blocking it?
Your there's like it's like your logo thing.
My logo? What logo?
Yeah, there's like it's like the circles or whatever, but it looks like a radiation symbol.
Oh, on Skype?
Yeah, it's like legitimately covering the whole fucking mini map.
Okay. I'll go over the mini map for you. There's a dragon. There's a mid tower. There's a top tower. There's Rift Herald. Irrelevant.
Well, I was duo with top laner.
Okay.
Yeah, he told me he was just winning his lane or whatever. I was skeptical when I pressed tab, but hover mid. I want to see what the CS wave looks like. Okay, so we have Galio almost out of mana. No vision technically on Gragas and the other idiot beside him there. What about Lee Sin, that area? Okay, Thresh found Lulu. Okay, so ideally, if I get the Lantern to pick off the Lulu...
Lantern?
Yeah.
Lantern? Who has a lantern?
Holy fuck, that's not a Thresh. I thought it was a Thresh for a second. Okay, now, long story short, if the Blitz makes the pick and we're able to get to her in time, we'll kill her for free.
Okay.
I guess we could do Dragon because we have numbers advantage because Cho'Gath's about to show top.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, Galio doesn't really have the means to wave clear right now because he's almost out of mana, and my wave clear is poor. Blitzcrank's wave clear is poor.
Mm-hmm.
We have no vision of Gragas and Malzahar.
Mm-hmm.
We know they're not in the bottom vicinity where Blitzcrank is. He's
Yep.
boarding. Kog'Maw's showing up in the bot lane. Ideally, what I'd want to do here is if I was paying attention to Blitz, we'd want to get the pick on the Lulu so we could set up at best a 4v4 for Dragon barring teleports. I didn't know if there's a cooldown or not. Sure enough, it is. So this would be a 4v3 technically if they wanted to contest. I'd probably just like pick Lulu, go Dragon.
Nice. Exactly. Perfect. I wouldn't have said it better myself. So Kog'Maw's bottom. So Malzahar and the other guy probably not there. Graves is top. Graves should be worried about a gank right now.
He's retarded. He's like my friend, and I basically elo boosted him to gold. Anyways.
But yeah, so you're good observation on here. So Malzahar has way better wave clear than Galio. And Malzahar basically wouldn't be a good idea for Lee Sin to dive, regardless.
Presses R while he takes turret aggro.
Yeah. So this is super easy for you guys to just grab Dragon here.
I think we still get the pick on the Lulu, for sure.
Okay.
Or Lee Sin doesn't scale, took the kill. Okay, so they show up here, so this changes kind of everything. Not really, actually. Hold on. I mean, it works out if we pick the Gragas, but we pick the Gragas.
As soon as you...
This is really... It's hard for me to give you an accurate thing, because I know basically what exactly happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. You can tell me what you think the best decision should have been.
Ideally, the second we showed up and we picked Lulu and they started running away, we should just turn and went to Dragon.
Yep. Because...
Like, that's 100% what we should have done. But Blitzcrank and them... started going for, but I got to go back them up, right? Like
yeah, understandable. Try to see if you can ping them off and just ping for like a dragon or something, because
this is gold. They're not smart. They're straight. They're going for. They're bloodthirsty players. They want the kills.
Yeah, but I mean you're ahead, so maybe they'll listen to you. Usually, like something like that is usually something that works. I can't believe that Greg's actually got hooked here. He literally made this worth it for you guys, where he should have just ran away. He dashed the wrong way, and regardless, like he walked like the worst way possible. And then he dropped the axe, forced the flash. No bueno. Okay, but now you get.
Kog'Maw shows mid, and we go to Dragon.
Yep, because now you guys basically killed two of them, so it doesn't matter.
One of them being the jungler.
Yep. And so bot wave is shoving towards you right now. So.
Yeah, I think I could clear it after. I can't remember if I go clear it, but it's probably what I should have done.
So something you can do right now is literally just freeze it on your side, right? So there's no dragon objective. They're not going to shove mid unless they go all the way to their second tower. And basically the rest of your team just has to worry about them doing Rift Herald, which is highly unlikely, especially in gold, and your team doing top. Okay, but you
I mean, I'm probably wrong here, and you can tell me, dude. But it's like, when I see something like this, I'll just shove it out so that they have to go deal with it, so maybe we get a numbers advantage somewhere else. Like, we can now siege mid.
So what are you saying? See something like what? Hey, you and Blitz both being bottom, and then sending someone bottom?
Coming was irrelevant. He probably should have stayed mid, but like, what I would do here is I would come and I would shove this so that it goes to their, like, or at least start shoving it here so that someone has to come clear it. Right? Well, they don't have to, but it'll probably die and suddenly start shoving back because the minion waves are going to hit first, so it's just default how pushes work. What I would do, because this is low elo and people don't use their brain, 90% of the time the ADC will go clear that out.
Yep.
And like, I would say 70% of that 90% of the time, the support will go with them to ward or keep them safe.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the support doesn't understand that the only ward... Move up for a second on the screen. No, down. I want to see the tri-bush and the side bush.
Okay.
Okay, so ideally what all the support would have needed to do was ward the tri-bush and go down a bit.
Yep.
Over to the left.
And then warded this brush over here. Yeah.
And then he's safe to shove out.
Yeah.
Because they have to assume that we either backed or went mid.
Yep. Okay.
Right? That's probably I don't know if
that's fine. That's fine. That's completely fine. One thing to watch out for though, so when you shove a wave like this, and then it literally like freezes somewhere on this side here, it's gonna immediately start shoving back towards you. So you can do something like this and keep forcing Kog'Maw to lose CS by having the wave shoved to you, but in return you lose like 3 minions minimum. for doing it, but then you can guarantee that in a minute it'll be back to going to your tower. So you can do this, just make sure that you're aware of it, and that you have to rotate for objectives, and you might lose creep's bottom. But Malzahar luckily shoves it for you, and that's going to end up colliding with your minions basically right in front of the tower.
I'm making a mistake right now when I see it.
Okay, so you go top.
The second Malzahar showed mid or showed bot, I should have ran mid, shoved his turret.
Yeah, you could have done that. You guys, so right now, if your team was smart and you pinged it, you guys could get 2 mid towers right here for them just taking bot tower. But instead, like, you should have gotten top in the first place because, you know, it's just too long of a walk, and you're not getting anything for it. So think about all the walking you're doing here, right? You do an ult, you do some damage, you get an assist, but for you getting an assist, they get to kill your bot tower, and your team could have gotten Rift Herald without you. Right?
Yeah, I pinged Rift Herald to do it because I wanted the buff, because I was just going to rotate and try to take towers and everything.
I mean, that's fine, but just understand that everything that happened top lane here could have been done without you. You didn't contribute anything.
That's not true. I ultied for an assist worth.
Oh my god, but you lost bottom tower for it. And you didn't get a mid tower for it.
I know. Yeah, no, I played bad. I played bad, I am bad.
Yeah.
So this is just a farm strategy.
Okay. Dang.
Worth flash.
Blitz making us come back. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad you're rotating a lot. Just beware that some of your rotations aren't good. I mean, they're not efficient. I mean, if their entire team grouped on top of your team, that would have been fine. But again, I would have gone through mid lane instead. You had nothing to gain from going through top lane.
Yeah.
You already recognized it, so that's good. Alright, so right now you don't know where Gragas is. You see Malzahar wave clearing mid. You don't know where Cho'Gath is. You don't know where Kog'Maw is. And Lulu was last seen mid. Where's their team actually? All in the jungle. Okay. Gragas is going mid, Lulu, Malzahar here. Okay, so this is fine for you. This is...
I could still 1v1 Cog very easily.
Yeah. Wait. The only problem is, like, you took the buff and then you don't have mana, so you can't really split push and kill people.
I got access.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm saying, like... So, if Kog'Maw was smart and wanted to play against you in a situation like this, obviously you wouldn't fight because you'd know you lose your axes, but he'd just, like, slow you, walk away from you. You have no minions to really, like, hit your axes over here, if he just, like, completely ran down into you. And then wait for your axes to go down, and he just, like, press W and kill you. Okay. Okay, so starting with your stand aside, you wasted it for no reason. I'd rather save it for something like Mal's ult. You know you can cancel Mal's ult, right? With your E. Okay. Okay. So this, just throwing it on Gragas here, you're missing DPS. You missed an auto attack because you started with stand aside. Standing aside there wouldn't have saved your teammate or anything like that. You could have saved it for Malzahar ult right here, which would have been way better. That was a really good ult, by the way. 3-man ult. But again, you dropped your axes, which is not good. You're missing kills again. I don't know why they keep fighting. no reason to not catch your axe there. You would have killed Malzahar as well.
I didn't want to randomly get like I didn't know like because I wasn't paying attention to Malzahar. I didn't know what he had for cooldowns up, and I didn't want to die to like random Mal's Kog'Maw.
Hmm.
I took the safe route by just attacking Shift of Lifesteal with my Bloodthirster.
Okay, let me.
Okay, so okay.
So did you know that he used ult at least?
I knew he used ult. I seen him channel it.
Okay, so if Malzahar has Q up right now, he does minimum 341 damage, and then his W 6% of your health.
No, I guess I could just kill him.
And then E would do 471. And you have a shield on you, and he already used his Q on you. Alright, wait. Yeah, so anyway.
Yeah, that's a mistake. I should have just. That was like a. That's another thing I struggle with is like really fast game time decisions like that. Like I didn't want to die randomly to Kog'Maw passive and like a Malzahar spell. And then like when I was running away, I realized I had like the shield on me and shit, and I probably I guess I should. Perhaps, like, also even if I do die here to kill Malzahar or something, to, like, random damage, Kog'Maw, Minion aggro or something, whatever it be, I guess my team still gets the turrets, and I, like, clean up 2 kills. That's probably still worth, right?
I mean, yeah, if your team can get 2 towers here, that's fine. But, I mean, I'm just trying to get across that you wouldn't die. There's no way for you to die here.
100% no, I wouldn't die now looking at it. I just panicked in game, probably.
So, Kog'Maw is level 9, so 100 plus 25 times whatever his level is here, so 9. So
275 damage.
So 225 plus 100 is 325 damage, true damage. Right now. On top of Malzahar's like 300 plus, let's say 400. So.
And I have how much life? 875.
Okay, so I mean so you have 875 with Malzahar having already used spells. I mean, but you should know that he used at least 1 spell because he has space aids on you. Yeah. So that's 300 damage already used. So his next damage is 400 plus Kog'Maw 325. It's 725. Plus you have the shield on you.
So I'd live with 150 health.
If you didn't have the shield on you and if you had no MR.
Okay.
So you would get away with at least like 300 because the shield, you know, the more damage you take, the more it heals you. Or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so we made a huge play. Get away from the space aids.
Okay, anyway.
Told this asshole to let me auto creeps, and he buckshots the wave instead.
Just unlock
Literally
things.
on Skype with him. Like, don't fucking end the line the creep wave. This blitz kills me. That's
oh my god.
Shit, right?
That's pretty tilting. But.
And he used his ignite on this fucking Gragas too.
Okay.
Feels bad, man.
So hold on. Yeah, but your mistake here is because you saw him, right?
Yeah.
So.
I think I start trying to run away.
I would be afraid of him having ulti here, right? Because, I mean, maybe you didn't pay attention to when he used it.
Okay, so he flash W's me.
Yeah. But I would run away from the second you see him like running towards you, he's got kill potential on somebody. I mean, unless your team plays it perfectly, which I doubt it because think about it, it's gold. Hold on, let me see it one more time. So, the way that this would have played perfectly was Blitz hooks, ults, and then knocks up. Because then this would have never happened and Gragas would have died. Unfortunately...
I also would have got my Bloodthirster and I would have autoed him and kited him and probably killed him.
Yeah. So, what you should have done, as soon as you noticed the hook, was to stand him aside. That was basically your only option, since I guess you didn't expect Blitz to hook him and then this shit to happen. but you should stand him aside because you want to delay him like another quarter of a second, basically, and maybe walk away. And if he does have ult, you know, somehow you can basically get away and live a little bit
And if
longer.
I do die, unlucky.
Yeah. But you should have noticed this.
Yeah. At least in Q though.
Well, I already told you, NA Lee Sin. Like, any Lee Sin in general, you should probably
Whenever
dodge it
Q
again.
ends like Q, Gragas dies with the ignite.
Yeah. Gragas shouldn't have gotten away with that. He got 2 kills for free. Without ult.
He had his ult up? No, he didn't. It was on cooldown. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, without his ult. If that was me, I probably wouldn't have noticed it. Because I didn't notice when Gragas was ulting, especially if I'm playing...
If that was me playing Gragas, I would have just got a pentakill.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So obviously you'd have saved your ult and some shit like that, and then super dank
I don't know
pentas.
how Gragas had his ult on cooldown when his team got fucking eviscerated mid lane. Maybe he like misclicked it somewhere when he was farming. Fuck. Anyways. So I now have Ghostblade, Bloodthirster, attack speed boots because I don't really like boots of swiftness on Draven.
I completely agree. Berserker agrees all the way. Swiftness got nerfed too far, so I don't think it's worth it anymore.
Another thing is that the times I did buy Swifties, it made my auto attacks feel really clunky for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, you know that the they buffed the movement the attack speed boost, right? And an additional 10% attack speed
On the Berserkers?
30 now instead of 20.
Yeah. It used to give 20. I remember. That's one item I do recall since I used to build at 21, 24, 7.
I ping Dragon a lot. No one comes. I typed it in chat. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, what is it? Why would you miss both axes? You know, Draven has one of the like best kits for taking objectives, right? If you have QSS, Bloodthirster, and like you cheese and get like Blade. I haven't tried it with Death Stance, but you have 3. If you have 3 lifesteal items, you can triple X Baron and solo it. Just so you know, if you have enough attack speed as well. So something to pay attention to. That is definitely possible.
I stopped being lazy. I caught them.
Good job.
I think they killed someone anyways too. Yeah, they killed the Malzahar or something. Oh look, Gogmaw. And so the feed begins. Yeah, look at that's the. Oh boy.
Okay. So, I'm keeping the map basically as you would see it right now. I'm making it so it's only vision on your side. Just so it's more, like, it's easier to tell what should be going on through your mind.
I think I backed the QSS here. I'm not too sure.
So, QSS is definitely necessary Mal's ult. I don't think you can predict it every time to stand him aside unless you're soloing him. And also Polymorph from Lulu. Lulu going Boots of Mobility, literally the most garbage thing you could build on Lulu.
Dude, this is gold. They think their build that they got on Mobifier is like next level.
I should make a Mobifier build. Or guide. Or Low King guide.
Oh my god. Any site that a bronze player can post a guide on is not legit IMO.
True. Okay, so...
Are you watching the show? I catch every axe and hit every creep. OP. I have no vision. Probably shouldn't be pushing any further. But I do anyway. Oh, fuck. Steal the camp from Lee Sin. Fuck him.
Okay. So keep in mind right here, if Gragas was really smart about how he's playing,
He'd body slam all these games team.
yeah. I mean, I don't think he'd get to body slam you immediately. I mean, like, Blitz is there. But he has the opportunity to body slam forward and literally ult in the center here, right? Which would completely... Yeah. It would basically knock your team to be super separated. And you guys would probably be in a situation to throw the game. So, I mean,
we throw anyways. We're basically taking it bots if you watch the game.
what is going on? This is already, like, I don't know what Gragas... Okay. Gragas turned around and hesitated here. Because he went through the gate, and he's not next to the wall. If Gragas had been here, you guys would have lost the game here. And you being that far, like, pushed up against a Cho'Gath and Gragas, already a no-no for what's going on. So, mispositioning. Okay. And keep in mind, her ult is short CD, so you don't win much from it.
How short is Lulu's ult?
Late game, if you have 45% CDR, 52.25 seconds. Otherwise, it's going to be like 60-ish seconds. You gotta account for the cooldown. So it's not much, like a minute. It's definitely not long though. At all.
That fucking Graves ult though.
Wow.
That's what heroes are made of.
Oof. Okay, so you're walking forward here. You don't have QSS. And Malzahar has ult. And Gragas has ult.
I know, I just got ulted by Gragas.
Yeah, so never do this. Like, your team is here, but if Gragas was smart, and if Malzahar was smart, Lee Sin and Blitz being all the way back here basically guarantees an insta-kill on you if they play it properly, so you should be back regardless. Regardless of how, you know, good or bad your team is. Good stuff.
Good as a brutal overstay.
Down. Okay.
Now I have QSS Van Scepter. I think Mal's ults me for the first time this game. Now that I have QSS, he just like QSS it instantly and he dies or something. I can't remember, but I do QSS Mal's ult like instantly and just run away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking for a safe place to form. Found it.
So, open inhib mid. So, okay, so make sure at this point in the game, you realize you're Draven, right? You have to make sure you realize that from the beginning of the game as soon as, you know, against champ select. So, if you hold your axes, at least 2 axes, you're doing huge damage on Baron. You see anybody out of position, you pin your team to go for Baron and do it, right? So that's their team doing right now. Malzahar's over there, and he ults and ignites. Good stuff.
I don't usually get cheese from
Okay. Can you tell me why you ulted here?
I figured my team was gonna fight, and I know I can't contribute to the fight, so I figured that ult might do a bit of damage. It was just like I was gonna back anyways,
So
and I had nothing to lose.
you had something to lose. So think about it here. So You hit one person with your ult. There's no wave or like tower or whatever to worry about minion waves. If you ult now, maybe somebody dies in the next 20 seconds. You have the possibility of losing an assist. You have the possibility of losing a kill by sniping someone. Like, you don't want to do this. Do not recommend. Just throwing out ult for no reason. And I'm basically calling that no reason because you just hit Cho'Gath. And it's not like your team got some sort of engage on it.
After I QSS the Malzalt because the Leandry's DOT stays on you.
Yeah, but usually Leandry's doesn't do 100 damage, so there's no way. Because Leandry's is... Where is it? So, for 3 seconds, it does 2% of the health. So, 2% of how much health do you have?
I don't know, like 1,500 maybe?
Yeah. So 2% of that, 2% of 1,000 is 20. 2% of 1,500 would be 30.
Oh, so there's 0% chance of that. No, that was just like, I figured I was going to die to it as I was running away, but I didn't. Anyways, moving on. This replay's 50 minutes.
Holy shit, it is 50 minutes. It's okay, we'll go through it.
Spam emo. Yeah, Galio's like pinging Baron like it's like the fucking end-all be-all, which is a terrible idea.
No, why? Right now, income's down, the 2 people on their team are dead. If you rush it right now, you get free Baron.
Watch what happens. This throws the game.
Hold on. You must have dropped an axe or something. What? Okay. Okay, so one thing to recommend here. Okay. You even have Scuttle up. You should have already started your Q here and prepared for Baron having double Q. So you lost DPS of Baron and you're gonna do Baron with like an additional 5 extra seconds because you didn't start your Q ahead of time. So make sure you realize what your team is about to do. You can start your Q even like later as soon as you're up here in this brush because you know Scuttle is up. Right? So you know that as soon as you get up to River you can reset on Scuttle, and that's right after that you can go ahead and get the double axe on Baron.
Okay.
So just something. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Because
I don't
you're.
really have a rebuttal or a comment about it. It's just kind of obvious something.
Mm-hmm. So.
Pretty sure I make a mistake at this Baron too. Instead of DPSing it, I kind of like turn in case Blitz lands a hook, and I miss probably 2 or 3 autos on Baron, but like it's negligible. I think we don't even get it to 2K or something.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So Excel spreadsheet time. So your autos are 266. Your autos with Q are 266 plus 226. Okay. You had 10 autos, 10 regular, and then 10 with axe, right? So 10 times A1. Oh shit, hold on. 5. We're splitting. Wait, no. Yeah, that's fine. 10 times A2. Alright, fuck. So Baron right now
7,600 damage.
You did 6,000 damage almost, right? So the reason, and this is because you have one axe spinning only, right? So if you had two axes spinning, you'd have done 20 times. So you'd have done 10k damage. So 3k damage all extra over, right? And 3k damage basically would have gotten it down to your team sitting here.
Smite.
And he doesn't have a smite, but your team would have stayed here, and you wouldn't have turned. You wouldn't have turned for Gragas, right? So think about it. If you would have had the second axe up here, your team wouldn't have turned around, and they would have just kept DPSing Baron for the last 800, because Gragas wasn't gonna come in time anyway. Because basically, if you had gotten the two axes, you would have gotten even 2 more autos in, because you wouldn't have turned around here. At least 2 more autos in, which would have been an additional, like, 500 damage, at least, on Baron, and you guys would have got.
If they were with axes, it's almost 900.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you don't throw the game here, but inadvertently, you could have won the game here if you had started with your double axes earlier here. Just showing you how much of a difference this is actually making because you didn't start with double axes. You lost 3,000 damage on Baron, and I'm sure this is the incoming throw you're talking about, which you didn't throw it, but you could have prevented the throw.
Baron is at 3,100, so my extra 3k I could have got plus Lee Sin Smite is Baron. As you can see, my whole team's still taking Baron damage.
Yep.
We don't end up getting Baron. Lulu shows up. I get ulted into a Cho knockup. Unlucky. I drop the heal so Lee doesn't die.
Yo, you need to get your Graves guy friend to get off Baron. There's no 3,000 damage coming from his autos.
I'm telling him to turn, and he's just like, we got Baron. I'm like, we don't.
I'm just having, like, this is so sad.
Right now, because you're about to watch our team get aced.
Yeah. And I mean, like, if you would have made just one small difference, this would have never happened. And I'm not blaming you for it, but I'm saying, like, if you would have fixed this one little thing, even if your team is, like, really potato, you could have basically saved the game and secured your victory. And I think that's crazy to think about. So just make sure you...
Syndrome. What the fuck is that?
I told you, NA Lee Sin. If you have Lee Sin on your team, you're gonna lose. Wow.
Alright, so not only do we get aced, yeah, so the 3,000 damage, Baron ends at 2,800 when the fight starts. So we would have had Baron for that fight, and we probably would have killed Gragas and Cho'Gath immediately for damage between the 5 people that were there. Okay, so then they get Baron and they slowly turn the game around. Yeah, this is where we had that 12k gold season and slowly turn the game around.
Yep. God, the double axes would have made such a big difference.
Yeah, I know, I fucked up.
But did you notice it before? That you lost Baron because of that?
No, it was not. I figured we shouldn't have even done Baron.
No, you had it.
Right? Because, what I wanted to do was, I wanted Galio to use his banner command minion so we could just, like, shove top or something.
Yeah.
And as you can see in the replay, if you go back a minute, the banner minion he does set top actually gets to the turret. And the time they had down, yeah, we could have, like, if we weren't fighting here and we were just shoving and we didn't do Baron, we could have easily, like, steamed the turret. Because if you look, we have minions on their Nexus turrets, right?
Yep.
So someone has to deal with that, and we're so much stronger than them right now at this point, and we weren't losing all of our health to Baron. We could have sieged this and probably got top inhib turret and inhib for free.
Okay, so...
And then we can do Baron and threaten only bottom while the top two. That's like what I would have done.
So, hold on. So, you guys lost Baron because you didn't immediately rush to it, okay? And then on top of that, you didn't have double axes, but we'll try to count out the not having double axes part. So 2 of them were dead.
I didn't want to do Baron, I just went because the team was going.
If you're Draven, you want to do Baron. Just saying. But you have to make sure you do the double axes thing, because if you go into Baron and you start it and you waste 10 seconds because you don't have double axes, like, that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
As Draven, like, if I'm Draven, I know I have like huge fucking damage output 24/7, and that's like one of his pros, right? He can basically chunk objectives really easily, really fast. Um, so yeah, so don't be scared of stuff like this. You could have done it. It's just you needed to start with double axes way earlier. And then so I do agree with you. You were right. If you guys wouldn't have done Baron, you could have waited this out and then baited something and then gone in again.
No, we have a banner minion top.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys could have, like, waited until their team, like, everything was shoving against them. So then, yeah, you guys could have waited for that, too. Obviously, in my position, I would say take the first opportunity available to you, which was that one. But it was a slim opportunity, and it wasn't played well. But the second opportunity was this one. So, I don't know what to tell you besides, if you know the opportunity is slim, you can go ahead and wait it out. But if you know the opportunity is there and you can capitalize on it, you should go for that opportunity. If that makes sense. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So you guys have...
I've already noticed that I made 10 mistakes this game.
But, like, I'm hoping...
Double X's on Baron,
yeah.
The stepping forward into Greg and Malzavar, but that didn't matter because I just walked away or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, well, the double X's mattered overall. It's just...
Yeah. In the long run, it mattered.
Yeah.
And I cost my team the game for not having it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not the reason your team completely lost, but you could have done something to ensure that you guys did win.
I wasn't carrying, I was just going along with everything.
Yeah. I mean, I do believe that you're better than the elo you're in, but I'm not saying you're like a million times better. Maybe you're like 5 to 10% max win rate above where you currently should be, so maybe you should go get at least gold 1, max plat 5-ish. Until you fix mistakes like this, and your DIing, and the other stuff we talked about in the lane.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have Baron. Cho'Gath is smart because he's playing from Fog with his Q. In your position, it's you can stay with blue trinket. Or if you know you're going to be shoving and pushing up into a tight corner like this, you can go ahead and just stay on yellow trinket and ward over. If you're splitting, you might also want to take a blue trinket and then just like trinket a bush like here and here. And then whatever split up to like midpoint here. Just with some trinket suggestions. If you see Cho starting to do this and you only have blue trinket, just make sure you use it wisely. Because Cho could be like the game changer right now for anything you guys do. Okay. Who pinged back? Because whoever pinged back is smart. What am I doing? Cho'Gath pinged back. What? Okay, interesting. If Gragas had held his ult, this would have been so many free kills for them.
The life-saving Gragas.
Yeah. That's the only reason they didn't win the... Okay. Galio doing group quickly enough. Good ult, you got 5-man ult. This is good. Proper use of ulti. Oh god, if Galio
has Idol Durand and didn't even try to use it.
Yeah. So he's potatoing here. This would have been another game changer. Obviously.
Another thing that you'll note, like I noticed this game is that we were actively telling Galio that when he should flash ult, and he would never listen to us. He would always do it on his own accord, and he like throws so many random like skirmishes, doing his own thing in this game.
Okay.
But I mean, we could have already won the game with Baron at this point.
Yeah. So I mean,
like, what the fuck is this?
In general.
I wasn't even paying attention though when he was doing this.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. This is just being bad. I do want to point out that what you did there was the optimal play for Draven in that situation. There's nothing else you could have done. to carry that any harder. So is it basically up to like Blitz or Galio to do something there? Okay, so the Baron buff is out. Next thing you guys.
Gold lead has shrank from 12.8k to 5.
Yep.
At this point in the game, like I was on Sky, we were talking about how we're probably not going to win this game now because our comp was going to get outscaled, and I was like, no man, we just need to get 5 dragons, and he's like, oh yeah, we can do that, and then we get 5 dragons and still don't win, and then he's just pissed off the whole Skype call, and then he starts a forfeit vote that everyone votes for at the end.
Okay.
I mean, the game was clearly lost at the point he started it, but.
Also, I mean, I know you took Yomu's, but I don't see you using it enough in fights so far.
What's that?
What is it?
Yomu's? I don't need to use it right now.
No, but I'm saying in team fights in general, I don't see you using it. I feel like you greed with it too much, or you use it like only as an escape, and that's not worth. RFC would give you much better stats.
Your mic's cutting in and out.
It is?
All I heard was greeting.
Okay. Wait, was it like lag cutting out, or just like my mic?
It was like voicing in and out.
Voicing in and out, okay. So what I was saying is, I feel like you greed for your Yomu's.
Okay.
Like you don't use it as soon as the fight starts. Obviously, you shouldn't just like use it as soon as the fight starts, but as soon as you can maximize your DPS. So I think in general though, the RFC would have been better, cause it's like you have nobody who's diving on you, right? So you don't need the 1v1 potential that is granted to you by Yomu's, right?
Correct.
I mean, Yomu's is still a good item. I have nothing against it, but when you sold, what'd you sell late game?
Fire.
Yeah, you sold Rapid Fire for Infinity Edge, where you should have just sold Yomu's for Infinity Edge, because Infinity Edge isn't benefiting you enough during these fights. Okay, DIing problem. You literally sat there and auto Cho'Gath instead of cutting away, because as soon as you see Kog'Maw walking backwards towards your front line, whatever, and Gragas is there too, you should have been backing out way sooner. So that fight was your fault. Oof. Had you stayed alive here and weren't the first one to get caught, and Galio would have still made the same play. This is free.
I could have ulted through their team.
Yep.
And that ult would probably kill the Kog'Maw and the Mouse on the comeback. And probably the Lulu too. She's really low. I'm fucking bad, dude. Holy shit.
All good people make mistakes. As long as you learn from them, that's the important
Master
part.
players don't make mistakes.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, we never play.
Gold, you guys just get outskilled by one.
Oh, of course. What are mistakes? I've never heard of those.
Man, this is gold. There's nothing but mistakes. Gold elo is a mistake.
Oh my god, it shouldn't exist.
Gold is glorified bronze, dude. Like
silver to plat only.
Silver to plat only is glorified bronze.
No, I'm saying like gold shouldn't exist, right? It should go silver to plat. Dang.
What was that?
I'm saying, you're saying like gold shouldn't exist at all, and I'm saying you just go instantly silver to plat.
No, I mean, not only is, I mean, gold is a mistake in the sense that, like, I don't know, just, like, tilting off the face of the earth watching me make mistakes.
That's fine.
Because I notice I'm making them in game and I try to correct them. But, like...
I mean, with the correct, if you notice them, the more you play, the more you'll, like, fix them. I know I was the same way when I was learning Draven, or like Vayne, or in general. Like right now I feel like I'm pretty inconsistent with Vayne. Like I know what my plays are, what they should be, but I do still miss them sometimes, and that's probably because I don't play enough Vayne in general right now. Plus she's not meta. Your ult missed Kog'Maw. I think he's the most important target. Okay, the second one hit. Wait, right?
watch how that team fight looks like. Pretty sure I put this.
Okay. So the first slash, like,
It hit
whatever.
4 of them.
Yeah. So if you would have hit Kog'Maw, this would have been really good. So they just wasted everything on Lee Sin. Right now, you should be able to focus down. What's his face?
Gragas.
Yeah.
Cho'Gath.
Gragas, because he's the one who's low health. You should be able to kill Gragas right here if you turn around, because their team has nothing. You guys would probably trade for Lee Sin.
Because Gragas is worth more to his team than our Lee Sin is to us.
And then basically right after that, you'd have to rely on like Blitz to hook Hog or something. And then basically keep kiting Cho'Gath. Because if they lose Gragas, they lose their engage, right? So as long as you can dodge Cho'Gath Q, you're 100% going to be able to kite this guy. Okay, but then the second... Oh, shit. Okay, so you used Yomu's here to get away. Keep in mind. You used it as an escape. Okay, and then taking this path, super fucking dangerous. This is problem number 1. There's no reason to take this path. You should have just gone straight up. This makes you waste flash, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Flash the Gragas. I can flash Dragon, not Malphite.
Where's the damage on Gragas? Okay, so you DI'd backwards here, so you lost another second of doing an auto. If you DI'd to the left, that would have been the safest choice for you, and you would have still been in range to auto Gragas. You need 2 autos to kill him, though, that's the problem. And their potential... Yeah, just 2 autos. Unless you crit, but since you don't have RFC, rip on.
I have 0 crit.
Yeah.
But I got 35% lifesteal, baby.
Oh, snap.
Worth. I feel like that's the build path well, I probably could have cut the Bloodthirster and just rushed Youmuu's in lane, then went Merc into, like, Last Whisper. And then I would be shredding people right now.
Cut Bloodthirster, go Youmuu's into RFC, or what'd you say?
No. What I should have done was knock out Bloodthirster. Because I know with my masteries, my passive, and the Doran's Blade, what the life gain you get from the Vamp Scepter and the Mercurial Scimitar, I would have normal, regular lifesteal, like Bloodthirster level. So Bloodthirster's kind of overkill right here. What I should have did was, like, I assume that Cho'Gath is going to build tanky and Gragas is going to be tanky and they're going to be frontlining. I should have went 3rd item, Last Whisper, into a Zeal. That's probably my own mistake, though.
I would have just not gone Youmuu's and gone RFC. Reason being is because Bloodthirster keeps you alive longer. I think it's worth it, even though, like, technically you would do less DPS than you would with Youmuu's. You'll come out on top with Bloodthirster being so much heal and safety for you with the shield.
Got Kog'Maw, boys. Easy game.
And I want you to notice something here. You would have gotten a triple, potential quadra, if you hadn't walked up this way and flashed, right? Because in this fight right here, if you flashed the Q, you could have gotten Gragas, and then after that, it's not like Cho'Gath can do anything. He doesn't have ult, so he's not prime damage target. This is easy for you to kill Malzahar. He doesn't have ult. And then Lulu next, because you have QSS, so any polymorph that would come from her, you'd be able to kill her. So, like, if you notice little stuff like this, how much, like, you making a few small mistakes changes in the big scheme of things, it's, like, crazy. And this is what I mean, like, if you fix all the mistakes we've been pointing out, you'd be so consistent, you'd be winning every game and be, like, Diamond, Masters, Challenger or something.
I probably wouldn't be Masters. I think...
I'm saying, if you're, like, mechanically consistent and you fix all these mistakes, basically. Because this is basically a game of consistency, right? You can go way further than plat, man. Like, legit. It's just you need to play more consistent. Because I think you have so much potential. It's just, you need consistency and not messing up, like, small stuff like this that can completely change the game for you. And if you're playing Draven, like, I heart that champion, man. Like, I understand the carry potential on it. And it's like, it's so satisfying once you do see it and you do get it. And I'm pretty sure you can. Oh my god, what am I skipping to? Replay, please. Anyway, you die there.
The 3 minor mistakes I made was not having, like, I didn't start a spinning axe walking to Baron.
Yep.
That's a minor mistake. Another minor mistake I made was the pathing.
So hold on. These are minor mistakes that turned into the game changer, right? So this is like the mistake where you make this mistake and it changes like 1 out of 100 games, right? And this is that 1 out of 100 game. Which is, sucks for you, basically.
Unlucky.
Yeah. The things you have to do to carry Lee Sin. Rip Arena.
He did well early.
Yeah, I know. You did fine, but...
I mean,
like,
all Lee Sins do well early if they gank a lane, though.
that's what they're supposed to do. If they don't do that, they're not gonna... 4v5 confirmed.
You ever had the Devour Lee Sin on your team?
Oh boy. I enjoy the Runic Echo Lee Sin. My favorite.
I've seen Devour Lee Sin, dude, in a ranked game.
Okay.
I would say, like, yeah, it's literally like they're so tiny that you don't know, like, you wouldn't notice them unless someone pointed them out. Like the pathing one, I knew was bad. I was just like, I had this feeling that we could have done something for Galio there, and like, I should have known he'd been getting caught out all game for free or playing retarded, and I shouldn't have tried to help him. I mean, his score also reflects that. I mean, he's 1-8 for a reason.
I agree.
Right? And
also,
stupidity for trying to help one of the anchors.
So, you had Yomus when you did Baron. Let me just confirm this. Okay, you guys are ahead. Yeah, so here's another thing, right? So if you no. I mean, yeah, but if you had gotten the double axe and then gotten the triple axe for Baron with Yomus on top of that, you'd have finished Baron before Gragas even arrived at the blue buff. Just so you know, like, if you catch all your axes and you do triple axe on Baron, like, you'd have done 5,000 extra damage. But it's like he does so much damage. You just gotta use it.
I know. I should just play Sivir.
Oh my god, please no. Actually, I think she's getting pretty strong with her buffs.
She is really strong. I mean, I should play Caitlyn, is what I meant to say.
She's good too. She's like has a sloppy mid game, but definitely.
Her game is one of the best for any AD carry.
It's pretty dank right now.
I would say Caitlyn's late game rivals Cosmos for best in the game.
She does have the huge fucking range, so it's pretty good. And her traps are so nice.
Yeah, this is so heartbreaking, dude.
I mean, you guys basically lost the game like 5 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, we lost as soon as they got Baron and we didn't.
Yeah.
Our gold lead went from 12.6k to 5k in 2 minutes.
Oof. You greeting for the axe? Yeah. Okay, what? Hold on. Why are you running away from this guy? Let's go back again. You have QSS. QSS is the dankest item.
The dankest Gragas ult you've ever seen?
Hell yeah. That's the kind of Gragas I like. On the enemy team. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you saw everybody run away, right? This is time for Yomus. Catch that axe, keep going on him. Blitz is even going forward. Like, you could have chunked this guy out 2k health at least if you had gone in there. But like, this is another like really small timing window that you have to like kind of greed risk for, but you know it's like an educated risk, right? Because you just saw the entire team run away. Gragas has no ult, Gragas has no flash. You know, like,
That
what are they gonna do?
moment I should have chased them and then probably would have got ruptured by Cho, who was hiding around the corner in our jungle.
I mean, Cho's sitting behind him, but, like, if you
No,
have...
go back to when I was chasing him. And then show all on the map.
So, Cho is, like, far behind, but if... So, what would have happened in this
Right here, I
situation?
would have Yumu's, got up to about where Blitz is, and got fucked up.
Where's my fucking pin?
Time to bust out the epic pen.
Hell yeah. Okay, so what would have happened in this situation? If you had played...
Lee Sin Q, though.
Oh boy, the best Lee Sin Q. So, Cho'Gath, Q range, so he would be able to get something like here. Like here. Okay, so you should be going forward, but you should stay on the side, right? Because Cho'Gath isn't here. Cho'Gath is here. I mean, you should know this. You even have Blue Trinket if you really need to ensure yourself if you're going up.
I'm really bad at macroing stuff like that. That's another thing I'm gonna work on. If I was chasing him down, there was 0% chance I Blue Trinket that, and I probably just get blown up.
Okay, so work on that. I mean, this is like your guaranteed safety margin if you use a Blue Trinket for this guy. So, maybe you would have forced Flash from Malzahar. But, like, so you could force something in this situation. This is what you have to do, right? So, Yomu's forward, you start auto-attacking him. Lulu's gonna go forward. Greg is probably gonna go this way. Cho'Gath is either gonna sit here like a special snowflake and then try to Q over the wall if anybody goes too deep. But Blitz should notice this if you Blue Trinket it. That would be, like, the most efficient thing for you to do. And then there'd be some sort of skirmish going on here that wouldn't be advantageous for Gragas because he doesn't have ult. And maybe... Yeah. So basically you want to fight this until Kog'Maw gets back. And
then he doesn't really have a healthy frontline or DPS champions helping him out. He's like a solo carry at that point.
Yeah. So basically, if you basically win pressure here, if you committed to this, and like I said, you have to be really careful if you were to commit something like that. But it was possible.
Go back a bit.
Yeah, 1 second.
Go watch us secure 5th dragon, dude.
Okay, so Dragon's just... I don't know what Galio's doing. That's the most potato plays to go ever. Oof. Okay. Blitz doing his part. Okay. So, this is when you guys should be getting inhib. Did you just... Not you. Galio? Okay. No. That was like hella fucking aggro.
Your mic keeps cutting in and out again, dude.
Hold on. Let me... Okay. Is my mic cutting in and out on stream? Or only on his Skype? Okay. So you guys get inhib. 2 of them are dead. Why didn't you guys rotate immediately to that? What the fuck?
Gold Elo. At this point, I figured we could win the game with all this pressure we have.
Yeah.
And top and mid are down, we have 5th drag. Everyone should just back by right now and then just 5-man gangbang bottom lane and they have to deal with the supers.
Yeah.
But instead, no one really does that idea at all, and everyone just keeps doing their own thing.
Damn, what the fuck? Yeah, this would be perfect if you guys just get bottom together here.
I hate ZZ Rod ever since they made that change, dude. Playing against it and playing with it. When people build it on your team, the stats aren't as efficient as they used to be, and the 5 hits just makes it negligible to the point where even the most useless...
Hold on. It's not negligible, it's just your team's retarded. Galio shouldn't have used it here. If he had saved it for you guys grouping bottom here, this would have been a guaranteed next inhib. Like bannering plus ZZ rotting like bottom side when you guys would push here together would be perfect for just pushing down the final tower easily.
Yeah, the thing I was telling my friend on Skype at this point was, I was like, we should like probably, I was like, we should probably get the team to group bot, and then don't fight them until we notice the supers are pushing in their base, because then someone has to go deal with it, and then they get a 4v5.
Yep.
But instead, everyone wants to group mid.
Just like you should have just gone bottom and like pinged your team consistently until they followed up. Like going mid and just following them. Holy shit! What? 1 second. Okay.
I put the carry pants on for 10 seconds, bud.
Let's see. What is this? What?
Dude, Galio flash. I think does he flash ult there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Flash ult midair. I don't know whose ults are worse, this Gragas or that Galio.
Did you see what you did there?
What?
You knocked him out of the grab. I mean, it wasn't a large distance that you canceled, but it was quite some distance. But so basically, what happened there was you knocking him out, plus you getting Gragas ulti, like kind of screwed you over. If you had stayed in the back, you'd have never gotten like Gragas ultied, and Blitz would have completely pulled Malzahar. And like you would have never needed to waste it. So wasting, like, again, you waste your stand aside here for no reason. You want to save your stand aside in these kind of fights for Gragas body slam.
Right
What is happening right now? You're not doing damage.
Getting destroyed.
Yeah, because you don't have axes up, so you're basically useless. Like, this is you when you can completely be doing stuff to Gragas because he's way ahead of his team. But again, you don't do anything, and then you stop here. You don't even DI. That was like the most random thing I've ever seen, and then there's no way for you to kill him. Oh wait, we got the last auto off, so we should be dead. Hold on.
I literally can't hear what you're saying if you're saying something.
Okay, so apparently it's only on your Skype, because everyone on stream hears me fine. Okay, that's strange.
Okay, I'm gonna turn your stream off. Maybe it's making your thing lag or something.
Maybe. Yeah, just mute it, or just turn it off or some shit.
It was muted.
Okay.
But I just turned it off.
It's really strange. But anyway, regardless, so basically, the stand aside was useless. You being too forward, you could have been just a little bit further backwards, and then avoided.
I noticed.
Yeah, go ahead.
You, dude.
You're fine. You're fine. You go for it.
Okay, so a lot of the times, I'm DIing backwards instead of forwards when I could be fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. I've basically been pointing out most of the time he's been doing that so far. I mean, it's something you just gotta work on, I guess. Not much to tell you besides to not do it, you know? The other thing, so over here, using your stand aside in the fight for no reason, you stop Blitz from pulling him completely. So you had to get closer anyway, which made you get ulted by Gragas ulti. You wasted 2 seconds, basically, of not doing DPS to Malzahar. You dropped your axes right after that. Lee Sin died because you had no DPS, when you could have killed Gragas way earlier and then possibly have the team fight turn around and you do stuff. But you turn around here and you throw your axe at Gragas and then you don't even DI, you let it stand, like you basically stand still. And then you just die. And that was completely potatoed.
12k gold lead is now negative 1.2 or something.
Yep.
There's Lee Sin with the plays here. Oh.
Oh my god, he avoided it. Holy shit. Yeah, yep. Need that DPS.
Boom, Lee Sin with the great escape.
Dang. He has more movement speed than Gragas. I don't know why he's following him.
Because it's gold and he thinks he's gonna get the kill somehow.
What? Hold on. Did you just...
Yeah, this Galio, there's this recurring theme in this game where he randomly tries to just 1vx them.
Oh, he got silenced. Oh yeah, I don't know why. So, Galio trying to fight into Lulu plus Trigath. Nice meme.
Dude, this Gallia's ult, if he would have used his ult the way we wanted him to, like all game, we would have easily won it like 20 minutes ago.
That is a possibility.
I mean, I also threw a Baron by not having
What? Okay, so I think your team fighting in general needs work. I think your lane phase is pretty okay now.
I mean, had I have not missed the first wave and a half, I would have had 85 CS at 10. Or something ridiculous, anyways.
Oh my god. DIing forward into Cho'Gath, the worst idea in the world.
Yeah, no.
And you QSS for no reason. You're not doing any damage here for no reason. So basically, DIing full potato mode.
Worth?
Ugh. So, hold on. Since Gragas was late, maybe you could have turned this around. Let me watch one more time. Hold on. Nope, I went too fast. Okay, so not getting caught here. Like, basically you should have DI'd to the right? Because Cho'Gath is there. Cho'Gath can save you from Cho'Gath. Or, Cho'Gath can save you from Cho'Gath. I mean, Blitzcrank can save you from Cho'Gath. God damn it.
Gold Blitzcrank using abilities to heal. Nice meme.
But I mean, he can knock him up, whatever. So you wanted to go to the right? So basically, let me see if I can get a good picture going, since my pause button no longer works, unfortunately. Okay, this is fine. Okay, now we go away from the fight, because it makes too much noise. Alright, so. Gragas is coming up on the minimap. He's like 5 seconds away. So you DIing this way, completely useless. Why? You're getting closer to Lulu. You're getting closer to Cho'Gath. You're getting away from Blitzcrank. Things you don't want to do. So, if you had gone down, Gragas is coming up, but it's not spooky yet, because this guy's low health anyway. You DI here, and then you basically kite back and forth in this area, or backwards if once Gragas starts coming.
Ideally, I would be kiting in between our Super Minion and Blitzcrank right now.
Yes. So then this guy would be dead if you don't get CC'd here.
Yeah, because I drop an axe here.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. You basically don't want to let Cho'Gath stack his CC anyway, because what's the point? Even if you didn't know that this was like the right path, you should know that being on top of somebody like this completely against the rules of playing against Cho'Gath. So anyway, if you had gone here, would have been better, and then what would have happened? So Kog'Maw is there, and as soon as this happened, as soon as the engage on Kog'Maw or Cho'Gath happens, you'd have killed Cho'Gath earlier, possibly killed Kog'Maw, or at least not killed him, but gotten his GA off, because that was the next important thing. And then, yeah, so at this point, Gragas being here and not everyone dying fast enough makes it so Gragas can peel for Kog'Maw, and Kog'Maw just gets off maximum DPS. It's just a small window that was probably available. He's not dead yet? Okay. Wait, they don't push to win? Okay, whatever. And then they get Baron again. Early Blitzcrank ult for no reason. You started with ult again. What's the point here? You're not 4-man ulting or anything. You wasted ult. You missed an axe. You missed another axe. Now you're out of damage. 3-man Cho'Gath Q. You guys should get fucked here. Yeah. So I mean, it's not like your team played it perfectly, but you didn't play it well either. Again. I mean, I'm sure it's just super tilting at this point, so everyone's playing bad. But At least you lived. But you guys don't get 5th dragon. So there's... Basically, you guys are in trouble here. Right?
Yeah, we're playing... Everyone's playing.
Hmm.
Overall, everything was awful.
Not everything was awful, but I mean, I just want you to notice things that you didn't notice before. Because if you start noticing these things, you'll have more stuff to improve on. Again, you started with the E first. I don't know. I don't think you should start with your stand aside immediately. Unless you can throw them into a wall or something that's convenient for you guys, it's better to hold it for CC. Like the body slam. And then now you're not doing any DPS, you drop both your axes. You're not able to do anything. Like, see, if you had both your axes running right here, Cho'Gath and Gragas should be dead. And then be back to 3v3.
Kog'Maw was the only person that didn't get hit by Galio ult. He just sat there and destroyed our team while we fought the people Galio ult.
Yeah. Your Lee Sin basically had to go on. His only job late game was to go on Kog'Maw, and he didn't do that, so not much to do. Wait a minute. Another fight. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. This could have been the turnaround right here.
Lulu still has ultimate, unlucky.
So... Okay, hold on. Unlucky was not starting Axe early enough. Okay. So, what happens here? You have Axe, and then you lose... Okay, so one problem was you started your Axe early here, right? Never start your Axe in a situation like this where they're already running away, and you know you don't have any minions to reset it on. So, if you had used it, you know, right after you walked, like, past the inhib, then you'd still have Axe here. If Blitzen didn't hook Cho'Gath, or fucking Kog'Maw, you would have reset the Axe on a minion, and then you would have kept going forward and had 2 Axes. But instead, you walk into fight late with an Axe. You don't have any DPS, so you miss a free triple kill. That looks like a triple kill to me, to be honest. Because if Blitzcrank, even if Lulu ults, if he hooks Kog'Maw, and you have an Axe, 2 Axes preferably, you would have had the second Axe there if you had started the first one properly. You'd have been able to DPS the shit out of them right here. Plus you still had QSS. Again, for Polymorph. So, that was available to you as well. It was another appropriately starting your Axe timing. So this is something that's hidden to Draven that you want to focus on, is when it's appropriate to start your Axe. Last time I did a replay review, I mentioned that as well. So it's like when you're rotating or something, when you're going mid, you can start your Axe right when you start going into river, because then you can reset it on Dragon, or you can reset it on Scuttle, and then gank mid with double Axes. Or do Dragon with double Axes early. Because you want to make sure that when it's objective time, you have maximum DPS, like you're already double axed, right? You gotta focus on that. I didn't cut out during that, right? You didn't miss anything?
Not really. A couple things, but I understand.
Okay, cool.
Timing.
Yep. And I mean, basically the game's over at this point, so... Not sure what else to say. Hold on. There's another team fight. As soon as you noticed Gragas, you should have immediately ran. Okay, like right here, Lulu's coming. She's being aggressive. I would back out just because I saw Lulu being aggressive. And then you see Gragas. And then you're still farming here. Reaction timing, I guess. Not really reaction time. That was a few seconds, but it was there. No, you can kill Gragas. No? Mm.
My team forfeits here.
Bam. Tough game. I agree.
We were so far ahead, and all we needed to do was 5-man bot, and no one wanted to do it.
Okay. Then questions? Do we have anything specific about that game?
I was literally only looking to see what you would say during the replay so that I could notice some shit.
So
it was mostly just to pick your brain to see what I did wrong.
Okay. But hopefully I picked enough things out that you learned something new, or that you have more shit to improve on. But I definitely see improvement from last time. The lack of spamming W in lane, much better now. But yeah.
And I fucked up, so like that extra 3k I could have did on Baron, we could have got it and killed all of them again. We would have won the game on the spot. We had supers running up mid.
Yep.
30-second death timers. Rip.
Crazy. Dang. When you do the Excel spreadsheet math and you realize how much damage you lost, feels bad.
3k because Baron ends at 28-15 when everyone starts to turn to the fight.
Yep. So you would have had it, like, yeah. And then Yoma's...
Gragas wouldn't even been around the corner yet, and they would have tried to fight us because they would have seen us low from Baron.
Yeah.
I could have shred all of them because I was so far ahead.
Yep.
Literally, if I just positioned well and had 2 axes for Baron, we win the game.
Yep.
Literally, that's all it was. Was I fucked up there, and that one thing cost us the game. I mean, I fucked up.
Happens.
I mean, it didn't help that Galio like flash ulted air 3 times. And
yeah. But I mean, if you have 4 potatoes on your team, you should be the fucking potato carrier. You should be the fucking fry maker. The etc. etc.
Idaho and bag these fools.
My god. Fucking potato state confirmed. But yeah, so
these guys are gonna be Idaho. I need to be the fucking tax system keeping that shithole.
The farmers picking the potatoes. I don't think you want to pick the potatoes. I think
no. What happens is they have a big machine that they drive over the field with, and it crops it for you.
Yeah. There you go.
Equipment knowledge overpowered.
And then you gotta take that machine, and you're the machine that carries the potatoes.
Yeah, I'm not that machine today.
Oh, unlucky. But I mean, yeah. So hopefully that was
unlucky.
What?
We could have won that game 3 different times, but like I had a say in all of it too. Like I could have just ran bottom instead of with my team and started spamming ping, and they probably wouldn't have come. But like it would have been a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Probably should have just DPS Baron to the max. We would have won. And then what was the other one? The out of position. I had to flash a Gragas ult, and then I could have got a triple kill under turret. Didn't have flash. Didn't get triple kill.
But yeah. All really small things that are
3 times in that game I did not collect go and did not collect $200.
Pretty much. That's a fucking like a good way to put it right there. You missed the opportunities. But I mean
missed opportunities, and that's why I lost 17 LP.
Unlucky. But I mean, yeah, even though you played the way you did and your team played the way you did, or they did, if you play on point with everything, you should be able to carry these games easily.
That's so heartbreaking, dude.
Happens.
We had a 12.6k gold lead, and I threw it away by not fucking having 2 axes at Baron. Because the whole team started to tilt after we lost Baron. Everyone started blaming everyone for bullshit.
Yeah, that's noticeable.
Like, the second Baron was lost, it was only like we still had like what was it? What do you get from it? 1,500 gold, 300 per member, plus the 50 for killing a large monster for the jungler. So that's 1,550 gold. We had a 12.6 gold lead, so effectively it gets nullified down to, what would that be, 11k. So we still had 11k after they finished Baron, and then they literally walked up mid, and somehow the gold lead was 5k.
Because the potato fight happened.
Oh yeah, I mean, not getting Baron snowballed the tilt on my team out of control, and then everyone just started typing and talking shit and
Oh yeah, that
kept up with
happens.
the game.
Mm-mm-mm.
And that could have all been avoided if I would have just had my axes. I'd rather just take the blame for myself, dude. Like if I fucked
That's
up, like
fine.
right,
And
I would rather just take the blame for myself because like if I really wanted to be higher, I would carry and know that. So now I do know it.
I mean, I suggest doing that in general. I mean, don't beat yourself up over it, but notice that you could have been doing all these things better and carrying the game for yourself.
Yeah, I would have 1v5 the game had I played it right. Because none of those kids were good. And
Damn.
Kog'Maw wasn't good either.
Damn.
He was just the beneficiary of having a huge front line we couldn't kill later on. Like
Yeah,
he did get absolutely trash canned in lane.
I agree.
And like the thing is, Kog'Maw is not that bad against Draven. I played a couple Cog games against Draven, oddly enough, and like you can farm pretty easily and be safe. And then once you get Rage Blade, if he didn't get fed, you'd out damage him in a fight.
Yep, that's
I
true.
mean, Kog'Maw is like a 50-50 lane against Draven. It's not a hard counter or anything.
It depends on the sport, I would
Yeah,
say.
it's like a lot of lanes bot are to support dependent. And I mean, I played lane phase the way I wanted to because I noticed Blitz likes to play the hide and go seek game, so I like played it passive unless something happened.
Hmm.
Had I had like a support that was like ham as fuck, like the one time you were playing Janin trying to 1v180 carries, then probably I'd play a little more forward and try to go harass. But I mean, I've adjusted my playstyle to like I try to do what my support's doing, or like find a way to fit it to my need.
Yeah, so I mean, the way you played lane was
Like how
fine.
far can you hide behind me, right? If I like, you know how like I constantly had the wave somewhere close to my turret.
Yeah.
How far can you possibly hide behind me that if they don't step out of position, maybe you hook them under turret, and then that's definitely a kill. There's no mobility on Kog'Maw, and Lulu isn't saving you from that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm also glad that you noticed how Blitzcrank was playing and you configured your playstyle
Yeah, because
for it.
before I would just be like, "Go ham, what the fuck," and I would go ham and die 1v2 or something.
Yeah, so you don't want to do that, but so you did well.
My
Well
laning
played.
phase has improved dramatically. It's still like I need to work on team fighting. That's about it.
Yeah.
And like little errors. I mean, they're not little, but like having the axes for Baron would have been pretty sick.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's my own fault.
So, but think about make sure on top of the double axes during the middle of Baron, you could have Yomu'd and had 3 axes running during that, which would have killed it even faster if you wanted to like in 100% ensure
I don't
Baron.
want to see the spreadsheet on 3x's, dude. I just don't want to.
Because
Because Baron has 12,700 health,
yeah,
right? And literally with 2 axes, the damage without Yumu's and 3, when we cap it, I was almost 9,000. I did
yeah,
to it.
yeah. So you've done 3,000 extra damage with the double axes, basically.
Could have soloed Baron.
You can't solo Baron. I mean, unless you have more lifesteal and you have more attack speed, you don't have enough for your current build. Also, you can spam Blood Rush if you really need to do Baron and get the fuck out fast. If you want to increase your attack speed, because your attack speed with your build is like 1.18, so it's like almost 1 attack per second. So it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
Just
Also, yeah. So basically, team. It's not so much lane phase anymore. It's basically like team fighting and little like damage foresight. Is what I need. Is like team fighting and damage foresight.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna put positioning damage foresight as things to work on, because everything else was pretty decent. I mean, I won lane pretty fucking hard. I mean, we did get like a pretty dank bush gank from Lee Sin, but like.
Yeah, but you had to push your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should take the initiative more. Like, I knew we would have straight won the game going 5 bottom and letting supers shove mid and top. Literally, you just stall it out, bot lane, and then when the supers hit the Nexus turrets, they have to send someone to back. And their best wave clear on their team is either Kog'Maw or Cho'Gath at that point. And if Cho'Gath leaves, we have free dive because Gragas can't do anything. It's a 4v5. If Kog'Maw leaves to wave clear, they have no DPS. We just straight up win a 4v5, or we bully them off the turret and take it because they have no range other than Gragas Q and Lulu poke, which is negligible because my support had a fucking Locket, and we had a Lulu on the enemy team that had a fucking Iceborne Gauntlet and a Sunfire
Yep.
Cape. Like, good
Yep.
for you, fucking nerd.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
Yeah. So essentially, like, literally, I knew how we could have won the game. I knew my win conditions. I didn't play to them, and then I positioned poorly, and I didn't really pay attention to my damage output when it mattered.
Wow, good summary. I didn't even have to do my own summary.
And then, anyways, and then I was telling you in the chat earlier, not in the chat, but like when I messaged you initially tonight on League, I told you about the runes and mastery change I did.
Mm-hmm. No, you did
Okay,
not.
so
Go
yeah, I
ahead.
said I changed my masteries up because
Oh
I
no,
had
you told me,
established.
but I didn't hear the
Okay,
specifics.
yeah, this is what I'm gonna go. So I kept the same rune page: 2 armor pen quints, 1 attack speed quint, 9 attack speed blues, 9 armor yellows, and flat armor pen
9
reds.
attack speed blues.
Yeah, that's what Freeze and Fabi are running.
Okay, because on KR people usually do I just like to look at KR server because it seems like they do a lot more refined plays. They have 5 MR per level and 4 attack speed blues.
Yeah, but then you don't even get 10% attack speed off the 1 quint.
I mean, you can go for it, whatever. Up to you. It doesn't matter.
Anyways, and like I'm not really too worried about the poke, but well, not in that lane. Anyways, I mean, I could have been, but I wasn't. I wasn't thinking about it in Champions Select. I stopped going 18 in Ferocity because they nerfed Warlords. Right? They nerfed it so that ranged champions only receive 25% of the heal instead of what it was before.
Yep.
So I figured that's a big enough warrant. That's a big enough nerf in order for me to warrant going down the cunning tree. So I went back to like Thunderlord's Decree and Precision, and I noticed that early on with 17 armor pen in your rune pages, you get the extra 3 right off the bat for Precision, and then it scales up a bit to add an additional 2 or 3 or something. Anyways, early game you have fucking 20 armor pen. I was hitting a lot harder a lot earlier than I normally was, and like if I did proc Thunderlords, I won every trade or killed the guy. I wanted to see what you thought of that because like losing Warlords, because I know I'm not taking Fervor or Battle on Draven. That's just stupid. I mean, it's good, but like in order to like make it worthwhile, you need to like sit there and have a sustained fight. Whereas what Draven does really well is burst down a squishy target really fast. And like
what I would say is you'd have to use your ult properly in a team fight if you want to stack your fervor.
Oh yeah, if you hit all 5 members, it's 5. That's 5 on the spot, and then when it comes back, it's fully stacked.
Yep. So definitely think there's that. So I don't think it's terrible.
The Thunderlords more for laning though.
It's better for lane burst, but I'm not sure if you want to go for lane burst or I mean I guess play style preference. So I can't really.
I was just trying it out that game. It's not like set in stone. I just wanted to go back to it to see if it was worth. And the extra 3 armor pen level 1 makes so much more of a difference than you'd think. I literally do true damage to people almost. Especially if Ghostblade is your first buy, you have 42 armor pen at like level 6, and like the base armor of a champion's 39 at that point. You literally do true damage to people if your first buy is like Serrated Dirk.
But then you would be able to do more damage if you had gone Bloodthirster first.
Fair enough. I usually do go Bloodthirster first, depending. Well, actually, my preference is if I'm against a poke lane, I go Bloodthirster first. If I'm against like a fight, like a lane you want to fight people in, like if I'm against say fucking Lucian and someone that's not like Nami, Sona, Soraka, like anything that can like have some form of heal and poke in it is when I rush Bloodthirster. Specifically, I first back for Vamp Scepter if I don't have like I will back for it if I'm like getting poked in lane and I don't have a BF sword. I won't stay in lane to farm for BF. I back for Vamp Scepter immediately.
Yep.
And that used to work really well with old Warlords. They'd like Sona would come up and Q you. You'd do half her health because she's retarded and stepped into you and you're Draven. And then like you would literally like auto creep 3 times and be full health again. And you'd be like, cool champ.
Oh yeah.
But like against brawl lanes, I basically just rush the serrated Dirk to have the armor pen because it does a lot more damage early than just raw damage would.
Okay. I mean, I think it's fine. But you definitely want to watch out for the case where your armor pen stacks and you're losing damage because it's over. Like you have two more armor pen than they have armor, and at that point you're just losing damage.
Yeah.
So
Well, when you first buy serrated Dirk, that's plus 10 armor pen on top of the 20, and base armor for champions at that point is 39. So they still have like 9 armor. So when you finish the Ghost Blade, you're 1 over. But like if they leveled up, it has I think they have like 41 armor. So they literally have like there's a period in the lane phase for about 5 minutes where you literally can only deal true damage to them because they have no armor against you if you go Ghost Blade first. But I only do that against, like I said, non-sustained poke lanes like Sona and Nami. I don't do it against them because it's just foolish.
okay.
Because your sustain with just Doran's Blade and the now nerfed fucking Warlords is not very high. It's not as good as it used to be. Yeah, I just wanted to see what you thought of like going down to get Thunderlords again.
So
Eerily enough, I was gonna put what's that other one that's in the Cunning Tree?
the Storm Raider Surge.
Yeah, I was gonna go Storm Raider Surge on Draven, just to
Mm,
try it out to see if that would help do it, because it gives you the slow resist and the 40% movement speed, and it's not hard to do 30% of someone's life under. It's 2 auto attacks with Spinning Axe, and you get that huge bonus.
I've never tried it. It might be a good replacement for trying to spam mana on W.
It might be actually. You know what? I'm gonna try and play a normal game afterwards with it and see what happens.
Because I mean, with Decree, I don't think it's efficient because a smart lane wouldn't stay for you to proc Thunderlords. It's really hard to proc it with Draven unless they're really retarded.
Well, I mean, most people in my elo are really retarded, as you've seen. You literally watch the Kog'Maw get hooked in lane like 3 separate occasions for free.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't think Blitzcrank is like the end-all be-all of supports in gold if you're good with him.
And then I mean, Fervor is really good for team fights in late game. So it's scaling and it gives you some scaling basically.
I'd have to look at the scaling on it to make sure.
Oh, yeah, I think that's basically all we needed to cover for now.
I'm so fucking bad. I literally just watched myself make mistakes, and that whole time, the whole day, I was thinking about that game. Like, what could I have done better? Like, where did I go wrong? Blah blah blah. And then I'm watching it with you, and you're like, look at you missed like 3,000 damage here, and that's Baron. And I'm like, I'm fucking retarded. And then you're like, oh, and then you walked this way to help a guy that was speeding, and then you didn't help him anyways. You just burned Flash for free. Then you didn't have Flash for a follow. Like, you could have instantly killed 3 people. Oh.
Crazy.
Those little things add up, and the 3 little mistakes: the Flash, the Baron DPS, and what was the other one?
There was the rotation. You went top lane instead of mid lane or bot lane.
Yeah, I should have just went mid, and it would have opened up the map a lot sooner. And if I look at it, when my team sieges mid to get those 2 turrets, had that first turret have been already gone and that 1 turret was shoved, I think they had 3 people dead. That was probably inhib at like 18 minutes or something.
You possibly could have pushed for it. Yeah.
No, because I would have had, if I wouldn't have rotated top, I would have just went mid.
You'd have gotten 1 tower at least. They would have gotten bot tower, and you guys could have shoved for a second bot tower because they were still bottom.
Because remember we have that fight with the Kog'Maw and the Malzahar where I like run away like a little idiot.
Yeah. So
I thought I was gonna die. What happens is we take those 2 turrets, but if I would have just stayed mid instead of rotating top, and we got that 1 turret off the 3 deaths they had on their team, we would have got mid inhib.
You wouldn't have gotten inhib. You would have gotten 2 towers. I don't think you would have gotten inhib. No way.
So we gotta we would have got inhib turret at least and secondary.
It was basically, but it was enough gold for your team to shove hard. Because Malzahar being their only wave clear, like if you kill him, they're donezo.
Yeah.
So.
And Kog'Maw can't step up to do it against Blitzcrank.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Then,
I'm fucking shitty.
Let me know how the games after this go.
Man.
What? What's up?
It's gonna be such a long grind to get to plat, man. Fuck me, that sucks.
What do you mean? Like, you don't even have that many, like, hard mistakes to fix. It's not even your mechanics. It's more like other shit that you mess up on. Like, because for the most part, you don't drop your axes 24/7. You drop them
When it
frequently.
matters.
Yeah, so far when it matters. But I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, you can do fine and win. It's just, like, small things like the double axis stuff that you haven't been doing. Because you messed up more than once in that game with that. Uh, not properly timing your axes for events like that. Completely, like, like, you disregard Draven's damage. But I mean, like I said, Draven's basically a timing champion when you take into account with the X timings when you rush for something like that. Like, you have to make sure you're prepared, stacked and ready to go. It's like trying to 1v2 or 1v3 with Jax before you have your passive stacked and your Gensu stacked. Like, hell no, you're not gonna fucking fight anybody with Jax in that state. But if they gank you top and you're full stacked on your passive, full stacked on your Gensus, and you're about to get full stacks on your fervor by diving in on somebody, oh my god, it's like 2, 3 free kills right there. It's so easy. Same thing with Draven, but less obvious.
And a lot harder to pull off.
Hmm. You just have to get used to the timings for, like, where you can bounce your axes around and keep them around on the map. If you get 40% CDR, I think even at 30%, you are able to auto-sustain your axes 24/7 without having to throw them again. Just a quick tip if you ever want to go some retarded Draven build like Essence Reaver RFC.
Dude, you don't understand the Essence Reaver Draven build. When they first changed all the items, I thought like you literally every game had to go like Essence Reaver, Rapid Fire Cannon, Infinity Edge. I was even doing that on Draven. I'd have like 40 CDR randomly, and then I was just like, this build fucking sucks. It doesn't do damage on Draven for some reason. 70% crit and I'm not killing people fast. And that's when I looked at pro builds. And it's just like, nope,
Yeah.
Bloodthirster, Ghostblade, get fucked.
Yep. But I mean, uh, if you forget the timings, there's always that build for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not doing that again because it's inefficient and extremely expensive, and the build paths are really clunky. The
I
reason I
agree.
like the Bloodthirster Ghostblade is just like you don't have bad backs. You're
I
always
know.
buying at least like 2 long swords or like a BF sword, or you're upgrading.
100% agree.
Right? Like, there's no bad buys on that build for Draven, and then it gives you so much early damage that it allows you to go like QSS without more damage, just getting the QSS for the scimitar, and it's
Hmm.
just like you don't even notice you're not doing as much damage because you're already doing so much from the flat armor pen that early
Yeah.
that it's like the what would you get for 13 the armor pen you get makes the BF sword you could have bought for like an Infinity Edge or something almost negligible at that point because you're outputting so much damage.
Hmm.
But like
Yeah.
the later the game goes and the more everyone's armor scales up, it starts to fall off a bit.
Yeah.
Which is where I kind of agree where I should have sold the Ghost Blade for the
For
Infinity
RFC.
Edge.
Wait,
Yeah,
for
it's my own.
RFC. Wait.
It's my own.
Oh yeah, because you had RFC already, but you removed it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Dude, I'm stupid as fuck.
It's okay, man. Just you learning. Anyway, I'm gonna end the recording now.
Okay.